Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Southwest Sister. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button for all the latest updates on Sister Wives family. Today, we've got something exciting to talk about, Brown family. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So grab a seat and let's dive right in. Sister Wives star Kody Brown recently did something that seemed to be out of character. He redivided the Brown family's Coyote Pass land, and there are a couple of possible reasons why he did so. One potential explanation is selfless, while the other is self-serving. In the latest season, Kody's tangling with his exes over the fate of Coyote Pass. That land's a family battleground. What started out as a utopian dream, where the family would live on 4 plots of land, with each person in their own home, turned into a symbol of the plural family's dysfunction. Coyote Pass was a dream that had to die because no one was happy in the polygamous situation. Polygamy works for some families, but for the Browns, it was a frustrating and painful thing, although it produced wonderful children, as well as a forever bond between Kody and Robyn Brown. The other women didn't get the same love from the patriarch, and there were money issues too. Janelle Brown says Kody held the purse strings while she kept the books. This dynamic led to petty squabbles linked with a power imbalance. The non-Robyn wives felt like they couldn't make financial decisions. It was all on Kody, who was strongly influenced by Robyn. Kody has changed his mind. He's redivided the Coyote Pass property. Initially, Starcasm_ig at Instagram reported that Kody paid $10 to give Meri Brown and Janelle more ownership of one of Coyote Pass' smaller plots. However, as seen above, the publication has issued a correction. Apparently, new details have come to light, and Kody actually gave those two exes more. Now, 4 Browns share ownership of the 2 larger lots, which have unique acreage. They are splitting the 2 same-size smaller lots. Sister wives Christine Brown, who gave her share back to the family, wasn't granted ownership with the new redivision. Why did Kody change the way the land's divided? One possible reason is the threat of a court battle. Kody hasn't explained why he made this big decision, but it's quite possible that he did it to avoid trouble down the line. This is pure speculation, but based on some facts that came to light, I believe that Kody's trying to avoid a court battle over the land, which is valued at around $880,000. That's a big chunk of change, and he said he owned 97% of it before paying $10 to redivide ownership of the lots. Basically, Kody was sitting on a property that might sell for more than its assessed value. In theory, he could have been sitting on $1 million property, while Janelle, who was miserable in a small rental apartment during Sister Wives Season 19, has been open about leaving the spiritual union with money problems. Janelle, who's launched her Tata Farms business, wants to rebuild her life after divorce and the terrible grief that she's living with. Meri and Janelle don't trust Kody anymore, and they've talked about hiring lawyers to get their fair share of what they're owed. Now that Kody has granted them a higher level of ownership, they'll get a lot more money when the property is sold. This may strongly deter them from pursuing legal action. Kody may feel like he's going to stop major hassles and issues by doing this. He may not be wrong. Kody may be trying to help his exes. They helped to build the Brown family. Above, Kody and Robyn air their marriage problems in front of the whole world, with the tense scenes shown in the video clip. Happy couples don't put their issues out there like this. They keep their problems to themselves rather than letting the whole world know that they're living a turbulent life together. Kody and Robyn probably aren't past the point of no return, but they've hit rough water, and that means that Kody may be looking for ways to smooth things out. One method may be giving his exes Meri and Janelle greater ownership of the Coyote Pass property, just so he can eventually sell it and be done with the whole mess. Maybe Kody thinks that if he soothes his exes by making it possible for them to earn real money from the sale, rather than dividing proceeds from a measly 3%, it can make things better. Robyn might approve of his decision and reward him with more love and respect. Happy couples don't lead strange lifestyles where they're always tangling with exes. That is not normal in any way. It's actually a sign of deep problems in a relationship. That's why Kody's gentlemanly act may be a solid decision. He's trying to make peace, even if it costs him money. Some things matter more than money, even for a man, Kody, who once filed for bankruptcy. So possibly, the split and the issues with Robyn are leading Kody to evolve as a person, to recognize that life is short and shouldn't be spent fighting with other people. Sister Wives Season 20 stars Kody and Robyn aren't as happy as they used to be. In the past, when they were together, Kody seemed so carefree. He was clearly at peace with his mate, and in it for the long haul. He adores Robyn and may fear losing her. Usually, his desire to please Robyn is the catalyst for his choices. Sometimes he might have done terrible things in an attempt to keep her happy. However, it seems like the times are changing. Sister Wives Kody Brown has done something genuinely nice for his exes. They could use the money from a potential Coyote Pass sale to pump new blood into their businesses, or to enjoy great experiences with their loved ones, or to add some nice touches to their homes. She thinks this home will be amazing because it's just for her. It probably will be. Bravo, Kody, for really looking out for the women who stuck by you for decades, helping you to achieve your goals. I can't think of a nicer way to show them that they're important. These women share children with you. That means the Sister Wives stars are very special women. Sister Wives star Robyn Brown has long been the villain of the family to viewers of the show, but I'm convinced that she's more vilified for protecting Kody Brown's poor behavior than anything else. Throughout the run of Sister Wives, viewers have had the opportunity to get to know Robyn and Kody in nearly every iteration of their relationship. While the couple began the series as newlyweds who were still getting to know each other in their lives together, things have progressed over the years and proven their relationship is equally difficult and generous as they cared for each other. Throughout Sister Wives Season 19, viewers have had the opportunity to see Kody and Robyn's marriage in a whole new light. Despite the fact that the pair have been upfront about their difficulties after Kody's ex-wives, Kody Brown, Janelle Brown, and Meri Brown chose to leave him behind, it's been fascinating to see what their lives are like living in monogamy. While many have spent the last several years looking at Kody's relationships with his ex-wives, his relationship with his current wife is one that often comes under fire. While Robyn's sometimes difficult, she may not be the sole problem. One of the biggest areas Robyn's played the victim in is Kody's relationships with his kids, inserting herself to make herself look like the villain. Robyn's played the victim for Kody's benefit. She's trying to tone down his villainy. Although Kody's often seen as the biggest villain on Sister Wives, Robyn is typically seen as a close second. To some, Robyn may be the bigger villain, but I often think that's more because of how she's playing to Kody than how she's behaving in general. Throughout the run of Sister Wives, Robyn's biggest characteristic has been that she plays the victim in big moments, trying to make it clear that she's part of the family while gathering sympathy. Robyn's been called out for playing the victim for years, but she's been acting that way for Kody's benefit. Rather than Kody taking all the blame for his villainous behavior, Robyn tends to play the victim to take the spotlight from her husband and share the blame. With Kody having gotten the smoke for years, Robyn's been doing her part to try and share some of the backlash. While Kody's often struggled with the negative attention, Robyn's able to move through the negativity with ease, which makes it easier for her to play the victim for her husband. Robyn's looking out for Kody ahead of herself. She's putting Kody first. While Robyn's often playing the victim for selfish reasons, there's a possibility that she's doing so for selfless reasons as well. Robyn's consistent victim behavior has been obvious for years, but it's clear that her love for Kody is genuine, so she often puts Kody before herself in difficult circumstances. One of the biggest areas Robyn's played the victim in is Kody's relationships with his kids, inserting herself to make herself look like the villain. In making herself more of a villain, Robyn's making herself look worse to the kids while Kody, objectively, looks a bit better. Robyn gets blamed for Kody's poor behavior. She gets called out for his issues. Although Robyn may be moving through some of her victim behavior for Kody's advantage, she's often taking the blame for that behavior in the public. Not only is she getting blamed for Kody's actions by their family, Robyn gets run through the mud by Sister Wives viewers. While her behavior also gets her in hot water with fans, Robyn frequently gets blamed for being part of the decision Kody makes directly. With most Sister Wives viewers seeing Robyn as a victim, it's clear that she's doing a lot more than people expect to protect her husband. Sister Wives star Kody Brown gets slapped with a villain label, but in light of the fact that he recently gave his exes bigger shares of the Brown family's Coyote Pass land, I think he's entering his gentleman era. For months, I've written about the property, sharing the opinion that his exes Meri and Janelle Brown, and Kody Brown too, paid into the family just like he did. They held jobs or added value with sweat equity or childcare or cooking or whatever. I felt that they deserved bigger shares of the land, regardless of what was written on the deed. When I found out that Kody redivided the land, granting them much larger portions, it warmed my stony heart. Before, Robyn and Kody owned 97% of Coyote Pass, including one small plot. There are 4 in all. That plot wasn't co-owned by the now exes. However, as per sarcasm, Kody just paid $10 to make a significant change, just as Christine once paid $10 to give her share back to the family and wash her hands of the whole sordid saga. Kody has changed his mind. He is ready to initiate peace with his exes, rather than fighting an endless war over a piece of earth that symbolizes the family's dashed hopes. Kody is making such a great choice. He's considering the exes who loved him for decades. Janelle, Meri, and Christine did their bit for the family, raising kids, earning money, and giving Kody their energy and affection. So the fact that he's now made Meri and Janelle co-owners of the smallish lot is good news. It feels fair, kind, and wise. Meri and Janelle each currently own 25% of the lot I've been discussing, while Kody and Robyn own the rest. It is time for the Brown family to heal. The exes deserve closure via a Coyote Pass sale. Above, on Instagram, Janelle shows so much heart and spirit, focusing on her loved ones while she's living with a great loss. She and Kody lost their son, Garrison Brown. Kody said he wants the family to heal, and maybe he really does. Of course, there's always the chance that Kody fears Meri and Janelle lawyering up, which they've threatened to do. However, maybe the truth is simpler. Perhaps Kody really has considered how much his exes gave to the Brown family. He knows Janelle has had money problems. She could use the cash from a potential Coyote Pass sale. If Kody and Janelle can find peace by coming to an agreement over this portion of land, it will be a blessing. Meri often got shortchanged in the family. She seemed to get the least love of all. Kody was madly in love with Robyn, and he still is. He had a buddy dynamic with Janelle, but there were sparks there too sometimes. He said that Janelle lusted after him, so maybe she was heartbroken when things fell apart. Now he's showing Meri that he cares. For decades, much too long, in my view, she hung in there, trying to make things right between them. When she finally gave up, it was good for her. She was free to find happiness elsewhere, and she's making so much progress. As the owner of Worthy Up, a collaborative space where people can build their self-esteem, Meri is empowering others and herself. Kody may realize that these are good women, not enemies. There's been a lot of mistrust in the family, but people change. Since they all share children, it's time for peace. Real peace, not just hollow words. When I see sister wives Kody Brown showing this kind of consideration for the wives who left him because he's so in love with Robyn, I feel like there's really hope for the Brown family. Maybe there's a heart beating inside of the cranky patriarch after all. He's showing a sweeter side, and it's so appealing. I'm proud of Kody for doing what I feel is right. There's been a major development in the battle for Coyote Pass among sister wives star Kody Brown and his former wives, Janelle Brown and Meri Brown. Coyote Pass is the 14 acres of Arizona land the Brown family purchased in 2018 in order to build a homestead for their large polygamous family. Instead, after years of sitting without any builds, the land became a major point of contention within the family. That was heightened when Christine Brown chose to leave Kody and the family, and Janelle and Meri soon followed, leaving Kody with one remaining wife, Robyn Brown. Sister wives Kody Brown finally redivided the Coyote Pass property, with Janelle Brown and Meri Brown receiving a new percentage of the land. Sarcasm reported that property records indicate the land had been redivided as of March 27, with the revision leaving Kody and Robyn as 50% owners, while Janelle and Meri each get 25% ownership. This means that the land is now divided fairly on paper, which is a change from the previous model. For what it's worth, Christine was bought out of her portion of Coyote Pass after she initially left the family, leaving Kody, Robyn, Janelle, and Meri to divide it up among themselves and deal with the legal ramifications. What Coyote Pass being redivided means for Meri and Janelle. Meri and Janelle are now represented fairly. On paper, the redivision signifies a shift in the dynamics of the former family. Janelle, Meri, Kody, and Robyn now each own 25% of the land, when previously Janelle and Meri were given much smaller percentages of the land. During Sister Wives Season 19, Janelle, sensing that she needed to protect her rights, said she was going to seek legal counsel, and she urged Meri to do the same. Now that the land has been officially redivided, it's a huge win for Meri and Janelle. They are still dependent on Kody and Robyn to actually sell the land, but the redivision is the first step towards equity for all involved in Coyote Pass. It's also a sign of good faith from Robyn and Kody, and will potentially put to rest any rumors that Kody and Robyn are being unfair to any of the former wives. Our take on Coyote Pass being redivided. It's about time Coyote Pass drama was dealt with. The saga of Coyote Pass has been unfolding since the family originally purchased the land. Kody's idea to build a massive home for all the wives and children to live together was one of the straws that broke the camel's back, figuratively, and led to Christine realizing she wasn't being heard within the family. Christine ended up leaving Kody, and while there were many factors, the fate of Coyote Pass also played into it. Kody initially envisioned Coyote Pass to be a slice of heaven for him and his brood to live peacefully on. He neglected to take into account that many of his wives were dissatisfied with the direction the family was going, and I believe this led to the collapse of the family. Kody's dream turned into his worst nightmare, but now that the land has been more fairly divided, everyone involved will now be able to move on without the fear of anyone getting swindled out of their fair share. Janelle Brown from Sister Wives had an unexpected reaction to Kody Brown redistributing the Coyote Pass land. She spent nearly 30 years in a polygamous relationship with Kody, welcomed 6 children with him, and invested a lot of money into the Coyote Pass property. Unfortunately, Kody split from Janelle, Christine, and Meri heavily altered their plans for the property. Kody became more hesitant about dividing the property among his ex-wives, which pushed Janelle and Meri to seek legal help. However, in April 2025, Janelle, Kody, Meri, and Robyn now own equal portions of the property. Janelle was expected to respond to the division of the Coyote Pass property on her social media, but instead, she surprised everyone by focusing more on her personal life and relationships than on the drama surrounding Coyote Pass. Recently, Janelle posted a photo on Instagram with her boys, whom she visited in Las Vegas, enjoying a meal at the popular restaurant, the Guest House. Janelle didn't discuss her upcoming plans or the property division, but instead seemed thrilled to be spending time with her kids and describing her dinner as amazing. Although she mentioned her upcoming trip to Flagstaff, Arizona, Janelle's main focus remains on her children rather than the land. What Janelle's cheerfulness after retribution of Coyote Pass means. Janelle no longer seems stressed about Coyote Pass. Janelle's Instagram post indicates that she is sticking to her detox plans. Earlier in 2025, she announced her intention to completely reset her life this year. Janelle mentioned that she would rid herself of any negative situations, drama, and people, focusing instead on things that bring her peace and joy. It appears that Janelle's recent trip to Las Vegas was centered around her children. She expresses happiness over the precious moments she was able to spend with them, which are priceless and can't be bought with any amount of money. Janelle is probably happy to receive her fair share of the Coyote Pass property. However, she doesn't look too desperate, indicating her increased contentment in recent months. Last year, Janelle was anxious about not getting her fair share of the Coyote Pass and even contemplated legal action against Kody to secure her portion of the land. Her latest updates suggest that she is no longer as eager about the property and is more focused on spending time with her loved ones, as evidenced by her recent trips to Utah and Las Vegas. Our take on Janelle appearing cheerful after Kody redivided Coyote Pass. Janelle prioritizes experiences over physical possessions. Janelle is finding happiness in things that truly matter to her. While she plans to go to Flagstaff after Las Vegas, she doesn't seem overly concerned about Coyote Pass. In recent months, Janelle has posted more about her feelings than anything else. Whether it is her cruise trip with Christine or her recent trip to attend her nephew's wedding, Janelle is prioritizing experiences over physical assets. Her new outlook on life is sure to help her detox and achieve lasting peace. Hopefully, the Sister Wives cast member will remain happy once the Coyote Pass drama is resolved for good. I'm convinced the version of Sister Wives star Meri Brown I'm seeing in 2025 is the strongest the reality TV star has ever been, as she continues to share exciting life updates after her split with Kody Brown. The show about Kody, his 4 wives, and their combined 18 children explored his life as a polygamist and the challenges that came along with it. While Kody's currently left with only 1 wife, the show continues to explore his dynamic with Meri Brown, Janelle Brown, and Christine Brown, who are also trying to move on with new partners and families. Kody and his first wife, Meri, married in 1990. She was just 19 at the time, and it took Meri 33 years to finally end the relationship. Meri had agreed to polygamy without knowing what the future had in store for her and Kody. Over time, Meri noticed her husband growing distant from her. It led to Meri getting catfished on social media when she was dealing with loneliness. Meri was confused and heartbroken since she had been legally divorced from Kody in 2014, but she had to take the final step. Meri knew it was the end of an era. Meri felt emotionally silenced during childhood. Meri is starting to worthy up. After parting ways with Kody, Meri has become more outspoken about her personal journey. She recently shared a revealing Instagram post that sheds light on her transformation. Reflecting on her upbringing in a plural family in the 1970s Utah with a father in law enforcement, she wrote, "He must provide for his family. Silence is required." Meri's message detailed the struggles of growing up in polygamy and the burden of secrecy. Now, rejecting that lifestyle, Meri has declared she's no longer staying quiet. She boldly stated, "I am worthy of being heard," marking a powerful shift in her voice and perspective. Meri's giving her life a new coat of paint. Could Meri be hinting at a relocation? Meri shared an Instagram story about her bed and breakfast business, Lizzie's Heritage Inn, getting an upgrade. She shared a photo of the interior, showcasing a painted wall and wooden drawer cabinet. She captioned the post, "Things are finally happening around here," signaling that progress is underway and she's ready to give her business a good look. While Meri didn't reveal specific details about her plans for Lizzie's Heritage Inn, she suggested the inn would be reopening soon, following its temporary closure in August 2024. Meri stepping into her power. Meri is moving forward in all aspects of life. Meri's post hints at exciting changes ahead, although she has kept the full scope of the renovations under wraps. The business was temporarily closed in August 2024 to allow for renovations. Unfortunately, it took Meri some time to begin working on her plans. However, her latest update suggests she is now ready to move forward with the renovations and reopen her business. Her breathing new life into a dormant project shows that Meri also wants to revitalize her own life, which may have reached a point of stagnancy and needed a fresh start with all things new. As Meri learns to focus on her well-being, she's grown progressively stronger over the years and is learning to be assertive. She's been transparent about her goal to live authentically and prioritize her happiness. This journey has led her to explore new relationships, including spending Christmas with a mystery man, someone who I'm certain is an upgrade from Kody. This new phase in the Sister Wives star's life has only been possible after she stepped out of the spiritual union and decided to become independent while moving on from Kody and expressing her empowerment through Worthy Up. Sister Wives star Meri Brown opened up about learning to live with the discomfort in her life in a surprising new post, which aired some dirty laundry about her tension with Kody Brown and former sister wife Janelle Brown. Throughout Sister Wives Season 19, it's been clear that Meri is turning over a new leaf. While she has been struggling to understand her newfound independence, she's been trying to make her life without a plural family make more sense. Pushing herself to a new place of independence, Meri's been open with her followers about how she's dealt with her difficulties. Meri's working through a moment where she's seeing herself change in real time. In a new post, Meri opened up about the strength it takes to handle remaining calm in the unknown as things shift and turn around me, and leaning into all the emotions when really I just want to run, to hide, to scream. While Meri's been through a lot in her life, it's clear that there's a new level of understanding about the discomfort in her independent life after plural marriage. There is something raw and honest about letting myself just feel. It's incredibly uncomfortable, Meri shared, explaining though it's tough to handle dark emotions, she's here for it. What Meri Brown's powerful new life update means amid Coyote Pass drama. Meri's learning not to run from her hurt feelings. Although Meri has been trying to keep her followers up to date with what's happening in her life, it's clear that there are some missing pieces that many expect to see in Sister Wives Season 19's second half. Meri, who's been handling her split from Kody well and acknowledging the fact that she's still in a state of change, has been opening up about her deepest emotions with her followers. Sharing more about her discomfort is an interesting choice for the former sister wife, who's been trying to reconcile the way she spent her life with what she knows now. As Meri has moved through this new chapter of her life, she's been working hard to understand what she wants from herself and what she needs from her environment. Opening up about the fact that she's learning to sit in uncomfortable feelings of darkness or despair is a plus, and the fact that Meri has been doing what she can to share those feelings is even better. Knowing that she's stronger than her emotions, Meri's been doing a wonderful job confronting her discomfort head-on, which can't be easy for someone who wasn't taught to do so in their formative years. Our take on Meri finding the strength to overcome a desire to run and hide. Meri's doing a great job of moving forward. Although Meri still has a lot to make sense of, she's been able to move through this tough time in a positive way. While she's doing her best to maintain her independence, Meri's working through a moment where she's seeing herself change in real time. Moving from the way she's been living for over 30 years to a new, fresh way of life can't be easy, but Meri's been navigating a tricky situation with ease. Making space for herself and her biggest, most difficult emotions, Meri seems to understand that the only way out of her discomfort is to move forward. As for Kody, he had the most, owning 100% as his name is on each piece. The final decision, in the end, 3 lots are owned by the 4, with the last one belonging to Kody and Robyn Brown. The Sister Wives stars fought over Kody selling the land in the first part of Season 19. Meri and Janelle Brown asked Kody to buy them out, but he maintained he could not afford it. Janelle encouraged Meri to get a lawyer, as Kody would not communicate properly with either of them. They wanted to ensure he was doing the right thing, but he seemingly was not ready to sell. With this new revision, are fans and followers shocked or happy that it is much more evenly balanced? Are they still selling it? I hope so. Everyone, except for Robyn, signed the deeds in January. Robyn signed on March 26. It looks like she wasn't happy about it or tried to get more. Why does Robyn get a share in the whole land? Makes no sense. Robyn owns Kody. Yes, Robyn was the last holdup to sign, but and hopefully they can sell it, and it will be fair, balanced, and equal. Meri Brown wants to run and hide in powerful life update amid Coyote Pass tensions with Kody and Janelle. Sister Wives star Meri Brown opened up about learning to live with the discomfort in her life in a surprising new post, which aired some dirty laundry about her tension with Kody Brown and former sister wife Janelle Brown. Throughout Sister Wives Season 19, it's been clear that Meri is turning over a new leaf. While she has been struggling to understand her newfound independence, she's been trying to make her life without a plural family make more sense. Pushing herself to a new place of independence, Meri's been open with her followers about how she's dealt with her difficulties. Meri's working through a moment where she's seeing herself change in real time. In a new post, Meri opened up about the strength it takes to handle remaining calm in the unknown as things shift and turn around me, and leaning into all the emotions when really I just want to run, to hide, to scream. While Meri's been through a lot in her life, it's clear that there's a new level of understanding about the discomfort in her independent life after plural marriage. There is something raw and honest about letting myself just feel. It's incredibly uncomfortable, Meri shared, explaining though it's tough to handle dark emotions, she's here for it. What Meri Brown's powerful new life update means amid Coyote Pass drama. Meri's learning not to run from her hurt feelings. Although Meri has been trying to keep her followers up to date with what's happening in her life, it's clear that there are some missing pieces that many expect to see in Sister Wives Season 19's second half. Meri, who's been handling her split from Kody well and acknowledging the fact that she's still in a state of change, has been opening up about her deepest emotions with her followers. Sharing more about her discomfort is an interesting choice for the former sister wife, who's been trying to reconcile the way she spent her life with what she knows now. As Meri has moved through this new chapter of her life, she's been working hard to understand what she wants from herself and what she needs from her environment. Opening up about the fact that she's learning to sit in uncomfortable feelings of darkness or despair is a plus, and the fact that Meri has been doing what she can to share those feelings is even better. Knowing that she's stronger than her emotions, Meri's been doing a wonderful job confronting her discomfort head-on, which can't be easy for someone who wasn't taught to do so in their formative years. Our take on Meri finding the strength to overcome a desire to run and hide. Meri's doing a great job of moving forward. Although Meri still has a lot to make sense of, she's been able to move through this tough time in a positive way. While she's doing her best to maintain her independence, Meri's working through a moment where she's seeing herself change in real time. Moving from the way she's been living for over 30 years to a new, fresh way of life can't be easy, but Meri's been navigating a tricky situation with ease. Making space for herself and her biggest, most difficult emotions, Meri seems to understand that the only way out of her discomfort is to move forward. Kody Brown reveals if fears still hold her back amid major money move in Utah and Coyote Pass tension with Kody, Meri and Janelle. Kody Brown from Sister Wives shared whether she still feels held back by fear years after ending her relationship with Kody Brown. She became Kody's third wife after Meri and Janelle Brown. The polygamous couple had 6 children together. However, Kody started prioritizing Robyn Brown's wishes after she joined the family as his 4th wife. After years of trying to save her marriage, Kody finally parted ways with Kody in late 2021 and even let go of her share of the Coyote Pass land. She is now married to David Woolley and recently launched a second rental in Utah. While Meri and Janelle continue to fight for their fair share of Coyote Pass land, Kody is moving in her life by building a rental empire in Utah. Kody has now openly shared whether she experiences fear while pursuing her ideal life. Kody wrote, "Life is too short not to make it your best one." She encouraged her followers to embrace the uncomfortable, unfamiliar, or even the scary. Kody added, "Change can feel overwhelming, but you are stronger than your fears." She urged her fans to pursue a life that brings them joy and fulfillment, and not to let fear hold you back. What it means for Kody to have the courage to overcome her fears. Kody's growth is a result of her determination. Kody has developed a newfound confidence and bold personality after dealing with marital issues with Kody for 30 years. She has faced numerous setbacks that have caused her pain and transformed her into a different person. Kody understood that leaving Kody wouldn't be simple, and that beginning anew in her early 50s would be more challenging than anything she had previously experienced. Despite her fears of the unknown, she didn't allow them to hinder her from taking the most significant leap of her life. Through her perseverance, she has grown and evolved into the best version of herself. Kody's advice is accurate and very realistic. Instead of advising Sister Wives fans not to be afraid, as most other reality TV celebrities do, Kody encouraged them to embrace their fears and persevere. She shared this insight based on her own experiences overcoming significant challenges in her marriage to Kody with courage, which has ultimately led to positive changes in her life. In a previous Instagram post, Kody also discussed her newfound courage. She emphasized that she doesn't wait for happiness but actively creates it even in the face of uncertainty. Our take on Kody overcoming her fears after leaving Kody. Kody bravely pursues her ideal life with courage. Kody faces her fears and is determined to improve her life. Her latest idea of being courageous directly relates to the choices she makes in the real world. Within just 3 years of ending her 30-year relationship with Kody, Kody has shown true courage by transforming her life. Since November 2021, she has found her soulmate David, expanded her rental business in Utah, gained 1.5 million Instagram followers, became a weight loss influencer, and helped numerous fans. The Sister Wives Season 19 cast member has become living proof that overcoming fears is the key to success. Janelle Brown admits stress levels have been extra after revealing bold strategy. Sure, his name is on all documentation and that he has receipts as proof of ownership. While Janelle may still be able to have her wish granted, Meri will struggle to prove that she deserves a bigger portion of the property. It appears Meri has always contributed the least and owned the least of Coyote Pass property. Therefore, it isn't surprising that Kody has decided to give her only 2 acres. While Meri may believe that she deserves more, engaging in a legal battle could have negative consequences for her. The Sister Wives star, who legally divorced Kody in September 2014, may find it easier to accept the 2 acres he offered her. Meri Brown's Cancun getaway proves that she no longer needs the Brown family. Sister Wives Season 19 star Meri Brown was all on her own when she left her polygamous husband, but she has built an impressive social network. When the 53-year-old mother of one walked away from her 32-year marriage in 2022, many believed she'd wilt. She never wanted a divorce, and she fought hard to make the marriage work. She stayed with Kody Brown long after he stopped wanting to be with her. When the marriage finally ended, I was worried that Meri would be alone and devastated. I am happy to report that I was wrong. Though Meri was Kody's first wife, she often seemed like she was on an island all alone. While Kody ultimately had 18 children in total, Meri only had 1 child. While her Sister Wives co-stars were often surrounded by their many children, Meri always seemed more solitary. After her child had grown up and moved away, Meri spent most of her time with Kody and his family with his 4th wife, Robyn Brown. When the marriage ended, Meri was cut off from the family completely. I was worried that she'd be lonely, but Meri seems happier than ever. Meri was all on her own for a while. She found herself on the wrong side of the family divide. Meri wasn't the first of Kody's wives to walk away from the marriage. That dubious honor belongs to 52-year-old Kody Brown. Kody was Kody's 3rd wife, and they had 6 children together. Though she grew up in a polygamous family, she didn't take well to living the lifestyle of herself. She was the most jealous of Kody's wives and hated sharing him with other women. She especially hated sharing Kody with Robyn, whom many assumed he preferred. After Kody left, 55-year-old Janelle Brown followed her out the door. Meri was the first wife in and the last to leave. Despite being long neglected by Kody, Meri never faltered in her support of him. Even after Kody told Meri he was no longer attracted to her, Meri continued to hold out hope. She was deeply committed to the religious principle of plural marriage. She was even the one who introduced Kody to Robyn and encouraged him to court her. Bringing Robyn into the marriage was something that Kody and Janelle could never forgive Meri for. Meri was the only one to welcome Robyn and stay close to her, even after being rejected by Kody. After Kody and Janelle left Kody, the family was tacitly split into 2 warring factions. On one side were Kody and Janelle, and on the other were Kody, Robyn, and Meri. The divide separated Meri from Kody and Janelle and all of their children. Once Meri decided to leave Kody, she was no longer in communication with Janelle and Kody, so she found herself on her own. She stopped seeing any of the Browns, and with her only child living far away, Meri had to lean heavily on her friends. Meri has leaned on her friends. She built her own social network. When Kody and Meri finally said goodbye during Sister Wives Season 6, they parted on good terms. There was so much water under the bridge, and so many disappointments. That meant there was very little left to say. After fighting so hard to save her marriage, Meri had finally accepted reality. Kody helped Meri move away from Arizona, where the family was residing as the family dissolved. Kody had already moved to Utah with her new husband, and Janelle headed for North Carolina. Divided from the rest of her family, Meri had to lean on her friends, especially her friend, Jen Sullivan. With the marriage to Kody over, Meri had no reason to stay in Nevada. Unlike her other sister wives, Meri doesn't have many children surrounding her. I assumed she'd be on her own. Separated from the rest of her family, Meri had to lean on her friends, especially her friend, Jen Sullivan. Since the pandemic, Meri and Jen have filmed Fridays with friends to post on social media. Meri and Jen have continued to post to Instagram, posting together as recently as a few days ago. Meri's Cancun vacation was lit. She posted a must-watch video. Though family is important, sometimes it's the family we choose that makes the biggest difference. Over time, Meri invested in her friendships. She even spent her first few holidays as a single woman surrounded by her loving social group. These days, Meri boasts a great group of loyal friends. Meri posted a clip of her having a great time on vacation in Cancun. The must-watch video includes Meri and her friends rehearsing and performing a synchronized dance routine to the hit song Baby Shark. Meri's caption reads, "Sunshine, friends, and Cancun, a perfect combination for a quick getaway." Her trip definitely looked fun. Instead of having to worry about Kody, his 4 wives, and his 18 children, Meri can just focus on herself for once. Though I was worried about what would become of Meri after her divorce from Kody Brown, seeing her on her Cancun vacation made me rethink her situation. I thought she'd miss being part of a massive family, but perhaps the sister wife star feels somewhat relieved. Instead of having to worry about Kody, his 4 wives, and his 18 children, Meri can just focus on herself for once. Meri probably misses having fun with the Browns, but these days she's more likely to have fun with her friends. Her recent Instagram post is a big clue. Sister Wives stars Meri Brown, Janelle Brown, and Christine Brown could be putting their differences behind them. All 3 women were married to the same polygamist husband for decades and have all left him in recent years. Though 52-year-old Christine and 55-year-old Janelle have grown closer than ever since leaving Kody Brown, 53-year-old Meri has been left out in the cold. She seems the most estranged from the rest of the Brown family. Her recent social media posts could be a sign that she's trying to reconnect with her former sister wives. Meri had been struggling in her marriage to Kody for many years, and she finally walked away from the marriage during Sister Wives Season 19. By the time the family fell apart, Kody had a total of 4 wives and 18 children. The once happy family started to unravel with Christine's exit in 2021. Meri was Kody's first wife and the third to divorce him, following Christine and Janelle out the door. The 3 women have a unique bond. They may not have separated on the best of terms, but Meri's recent social media post could be her attempt to make amends. The Brown family divide explained: 2 warring factions. Though Kody neglected Meri, the sister wives star never faltered in her support of him until the bitter end. Deeply committed to the religious principle of plural marriage, she was even the one who introduced Kody to his 4th wife, Robyn Brown, and encouraged him to court her. Even after Kody told her he was no longer attracted to her, Meri continued to hold out hope and step around long after Janelle and Christine had left the plural marriage. Meri was the only one to welcome Robyn and continued to be close to her. Stay connected with my YouTube channel Southwest Sister. For daily updates on the hottest celebrity news and the latest drama, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Be the first to know what's happening with your favorite stars. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your support.